We're doing our project on discrimination.
Discrimination in worship is very common in Afghanistan rather than any country in the world. Still around the globe, in different countries, the matter of black, whites, fat, thin, Hindu, Muslim, men, women, and the other types of discrimination are spoken.
There are always competitions between nations and ethnic groups for reaching the power. The matter of discrimination in worship is always raised by Afghanistan's three main ethnical groups: Pashtuns, Hazaras, and Uzbeks.
Hazara people. Shia Hazara people were the most discriminated against. It is reported that the region of Amir Abdur Rahman, 1880 to 1901, thousands of Hazaras were killed, expelled, and enslaved. The persecution of Hazaras continued throughout the 19th century and during the monarchy 1929 onward, when during the process of Pashtunization, Hazaras were made to conceal their identities to obtain state identification. It is suggested that until the 1970s, some Sinai religious teachers preached that killing of Hazaras was a key to paradise.
Pashtuns. A letter was actually sent to President Obama on behalf of Pashtuns explaining discrimination against them. Pashtuns are the founders of modern Afghanistan and are the main group, which has been defending the country over the past 2.5 centuries. It is unfortunate that through misinformation and internal ethnic jealousy that they are discriminated against both from within and from without. Pashtuns make up 62% of Afghanistan's population, and yet they are treated like outcasts by the neighboring countries of Pakistan and Iran. Over the border in Pakistan, Pashtuns make up 13% of the 180 million population in Pakistan. And yet this population of about 50 million has been treated as if they are all Al-Qaeda or Taliban. However, nothing could be further from the truth. Right now, millions of Pakistan are rising in opposition to Taliban in SWAT and FATA regions. It is worth mentioning that not one educated Afghan Pashtun went to serve in the Taliban government that was in power for 6 years. However, thousands of Pashtun women, children, and elderly who had nothing to do with any resistance group have been bombed by the coalition forces in Afghanistan in the name of terrorism. Similarly, thousands were made refugees and their houses destroyed in Pakistan under the pretext of being Taliban.
Women in Afghanistan. Afghan women were forced to wear burqa in public at all times because, according to Taliban spokesman, the face of a woman is a source of corruption except for men related to them. Women were not allowed to work or go to school for education after the age of 8. If they wanted to go to school, they had to go underground, and them and their teachers could face execution if caught. If they were sick, they were not allowed to be treated by a male doctor unless they had a male chaperone with them, which led to the illness getting untreated. They faced public flogging and execution for violations of the Taliban's law. The Taliban allowed, and in some cases, encouraged marriage for girls under the age of 16. Amnesty International reported that 80% of Afghan marriages were considered to be arranged by force.
Uzbeks. Uzbeks are constantly marginalized and denied access to economic and political resources. More Uzbeks are arrested than Tajiks for extremist activities, but the government does not discriminate against them. They are traditionally more susceptible to radical Islam. The Constitution of the Republic of Uzbekistan states that refusing to employ a female based on her gender is a crime, but the United Nations Development Program found that discrimination in the workplace based on age or family status, such as giving preference to younger women without children, is a common practice.
This is an example of what could happen to some women if they didn't follow the rules.
This is a group of people protesting against killing Hazaras.
This is a human rights poster trying to stop massacres of Hazaras in Afghanistan.
This is trying to stop people from targeting Hazaras for no reason.